Yeah, I guess how did you feel about the? It seemed like maybe you took 2 or 3 possessions to kind of get everything into rhythm, and once it did, you guys kind of just took off from there. What did you feel like just started to fire on all cylinders?
Yeah, we were just a little stagnant those first couple possessions. I'm not sure why. And had a couple turnovers right away, and then didn't have many turnovers the rest of the half. When we get out in space, we're really, really good, and we're still learning. Obviously, we forget these guys are still 3 sophomores, and then Baylor's played his second game with our team. So there's a period of getting accustomed to one another, and the sophomores just kind of they're better than they were a year ago, but they still have plenty of room to grow. So it was offensively we had an incredible run there from when it was 6-2, and then it was 34-11, and that run was triggered somewhat by our defense as well.
Have you been surprised at all by just how much impact Baylor's had with not the things besides scoring, but getting old boards and playing the lanes and stuff like that, stuff that people weren't talking about concerning him when he entered this year?
We knew all about it, because we had watched plenty of film and knew what he was capable of. He's a complete player. He's a very intellectual defender. He makes up for maybe what he lacks in quickness with his brains and his positioning. And then he's got great vision. He missed some of those shots around the basket that he doesn't normally miss tonight. Those are usually pretty golden for him. But he's a guy that creates stuff for other people. Sometimes it's with the pass, sometimes it's with a screen or a fake screen. And a lot of those things don't show up in the stat sheet. But when you go back and watch the film and you realize why we got this 2 points, oftentimes it's something that Baylor did to try to create an advantage for us.
Yeah. And that first half, I think there was a 6-minute stretch where you guys went on a 27-3 run or something like that. I guess how often should we expect a half like that, just defensively?
Well, I mean that's why we play the way we play. Most games, TV to timeout to TV timeout. One team wins by 2, the other team wins by 2. You tie, but who can put on that 12-2 run or that 10-0 run that can change the complexion of the game? And we hope that our pace will eventually wear into people, and that we can get a run like that. And that certainly happened the first half tonight.
You go back maybe to the Big East Championship game, I guess, last year, Art's averaging about 9 rebounds a game or just under it. Where's that jump come from, and how much does it change things in terms of his responsibilities on the floor to be able to go grab boards for you?
Yeah, I mean, instinctively he's a really good rebounder on the offensive end. He had a couple big-time defensive rebounds tonight as well. So he has to do that for us. As I've mentioned before, Alex O'Connell was a really good defensive rebounder for us from the guard position last year. Baylor's filled some of that void, but we need Art to fill parts of it as well. And then Fred comes in, and Fred's a really good rebounder for someone as young as he is. You can see the potential that he has on both ends of the floor. He's growing in his confidence with each passing day.
This team spread you out again and tried to create.
Yeah, like I said,
seams
we knew the big kids from St. Thomas could shoot. This kid has not shot.
Yeah.
He's one of Rati's buddies from Georgia, so he probably stuck it to us for Rati's sake. But, like I said, he was 1 of 20 from the three-point line last year, and he was 0 for 3 the other night. And I told my staff he'll make 3 against us, and I was wrong. He made 4. So that's just something about this building when opponents come in here.
But it did seem like you guys were better at containing the dribble and not.
Yeah, we did.
Not
we
getting
did
in rotation as much.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to, and the 5 out is, it's Kalkbrenner didn't grow up guarding 5 out,
Right.
And he's got much better at it. And I was disappointed. That's what we were giggling about up here. Like, he had a couple plays on switches the second half where the guy drove him and shot faked, and he left his feet. And he just has to understand that when you're against a guard, you don't have to leave your feet. You're 7'1" with a 7'4" wingspan. Just put your chest on him and wall him up, and don't bite on that shot fake, because he is good enough to switch some of those and make that difficult on the opponent.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, what do you think? Trey is he has really good instincts, especially defensively. I know you don't like guys gambling, and you want to make sure they get those plays.
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
they do, he does.
I
Spark,
mean,
he
you
does
heard,
spark things.
yeah, you heard why he did it. The coach was talking to him, and I think he thought he could steal one. To be honest, I had my back turned. When I turned around, he was shooting a three, so I couldn't even comment on it up here because I'll comment on it after I watch it on film. But he's a smart player. He does a lot of good things for us defensively, and we just need him to continue to embrace this role that we're going to ask him to play. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of work to be that guy that has to guard the other team's best player, and he needs to be that person for us. And then Reef can come in off the bench and help us in that regard as well.
Anything else?
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.